Firstly, Austria, Germany, Slovenia, Slovakia, Latvia, Romania and Norway are moving from amber to green, which means you don't need to self-isolate. But you do generally need a negative test, PCR or similar, within 2 days of returning. And India, Bahrain, Qatar and the United Arab Emirates are moving from red to amber, which means that you generally need to self-isolate for 10 days on your return, unless you're under 18 or you've been double jabbed. This can go on, but there you go. It's on the screen. I'm reading it to you. You can see there, Georgia, Mexico and others, they're joining the red list, which means that you need to quarantine for 10 days in a government-approved hotel on your return. A government-approved hotel, which, by the way, the prices have just increased, haven't they? Did you see that one? And, of course, France, as I just mentioned, is moving to amber because the Amber Plus list has been scrapped. Honestly, I do chuckle a little bit when I give these updates. Are you confused by it all? Or are you watching this going, this isn't confusing? It's all straightforward.
So there's a story in the press today about people who are actually mid-flight and were on the internet and could see that Mexico had changed the red list while they were actually on the plane. There's also been some very inaccurate reporting about that this day, about the fact that British Airways have massively inflated the prices for people who need to get back from Mexico really quickly over the next 2 or 3 days. I've done some research into this, and British Airways haven't changed their prices at all. In fact, British Airways are working really hard to try to change their flight schedules to get as many people back as they can before the 4 a.m. deadline on Sunday, which means that at 4 o'clock on Sunday morning, Mexico goes onto the red list. So if you land at 4:05, then you've got to do 10 or 11 days in an airport hotel. If you land at 3:55 in the morning, you don't. I mean, it's just ridiculous, Michelle. It's like, really? So COVID from Mexico starts at 4 a.m. on Sunday, but at 3 a.m. it's okay, and at 5 a.m. it's not. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I was hoping to see some green list additions, and we did indeed get some green list additions. But the poor people flying to Mexico, there's about 6,000 people that are going to be affected by this, 6,000 Brits. They're thinking, how on earth do I get back now without going to a really not very attractive hotel outside of Heathrow and staring at a brick wall for 10 days and paying a lot of money for it? So there's good news and bad news. I think the industry needs some certainty, and hopefully this has given some certainty for the rest of the summer. I really hope that it just sticks like this and nothing changes. But bad news if you were going to a country like Mexico that is now on the red list.
I think we'd all agree it's been a disaster, hasn't it? It's been a complete disaster. I mean, we've now got 3 weeks where people can actually go on holiday and to very selective places before the school holidays end. But we lost the whole of July. The travel industry's massively hemorrhaging cash all over the place. And the government's been literally all over the place with their decisions. So it's been a really, really tough summer for travel companies, for people wanting to go on holiday. I think the whole thing's just been handled incredibly badly.